Conscious Body System is a workout system which treats the body as a one machine. It improves flexibility, coordination, strength, but apart from that, it also improves a brain function. The students learn sequences which includes many collateral movements. Conscious Body System includes also social games, which aim to connect people. Students learn how to dance together, being conscious about each other and the space. Although Conscious Body System was influenced by dance and it is taught in dance schools, it is not a dance technique, but rather a system like yoga, gyrotonic, pilates or gym. It is for dancers, but also for people who never dance, like people from circus, martial artists or athletes. Let's meet Chaim Gebber, a founder of Conscious Body System.
So my name is Chaim Gebber. I'm the artist director of Chaim Gebber Open Scene, and I teach contemporary class in Pescatore.
Let's start from the beginning. Chaim, how it happened that you started to dance?
Because when I was young, so I have groups in my neighborhood that were or playing football or dancing. I tried football. I was really bad. Nobody wanted to have me on the team. I started to dance.
How old were you?
This time 17.
What kind of dance was it?
More like disco dance, but we did have a choreography that we rehearsed on the weekend when we went to the discos to dance to have fun.
As you said, this was for fun. When did you start to dance more serious?
I started to dance when I was 20. A friend of mine saw me on the disco dance and said, I think you should go for school to learn dance.
When was the point when you could call yourself a dancer?
I don't know exactly the point, because I was dancing and I was still working in other things. It was like almost a year in this dance school. And then I was working as an assistant from engineering. I was calculating costs from material and those kind of things. And then I was invited to join a professional dance company. My teacher was in this dance company. They need men to carry women. And this time was really difficult to find men. And that was the main reason that they invited me.
How did the work in dance company look like?
Like 8 hours work in a day, 2 hours class, Martha Graham, and then rehearsal. So at the end of the day, just sleep. Because it was exhausting.
In the company you have learned Martha Graham technique. When did you learn other dance techniques and how that influenced your dance career?
We had a ballet teacher was as a guest, and was when I got the first contact with ballet dance technique. And then I saw how limited was the thing that I was doing. I told the director of the company that I will do ballet as well. And she didn't agree, so I left the company because it's a Graham technique company only.
How long did you work in the company?
3 years.
What happened after?
Then I had the wish to learn other things, not only ballet but other dance techniques. And I started to take more contemporary classes in ballet as well, but not Graham related. I was taking Graham class, but not on the company.
Eventually you came to Germany. When did it happen?
I came to Germany in 2001. At that point, I was not dancing anymore. It was 4 years that I stopped dancing. I was teaching, but was not dancing, not performing, not taking class and anything. Then I came to Germany in a holiday. I took a dance class in Hildesheim with a dance company there. And then the director invited me to join the company. And then I started to dance again.
How long did you stay there?
I thought, okay, stay in Germany for 1 year, I go back to Brazil. After 1 year, I closed everything in Germany, went back to Brazil, and then I was invited to join the company in Kassel.
So you were working in different cities in Germany?
It was Hildesheim first, then Kassel, then Berlin.
How did your attitude towards dancing changed over years?
If I could go back in time, I would take much more time to do things that I didn't do before. Things to improve my strength, my flexibility, body skills. Go alone on room, and that's what I need. I would do this for me, not was just only offered on the class, but my personal needs.
Did you have any injuries during your dancing career?
That happened in Kassel. Actually, I don't know how this happens, that I was just sitting, waiting my time to rehearse. And then when the director said, okay, now Chaim, it's your turn, I tried to stand up, could not move. It took me 2 months to start to move.
It was a disc dislocation. How did you treat it?
So first I was walking like baby steps to go to the doctor. And then he asked me to lay down. It took me, I don't know how long to lay down without any help. And then he asked me to stand up again and said, you should rest. That was the main thing and then after, when I could do something, to start a physiotherapy. So when I went to the doctor, I was expecting much more. But I know that this gave me lots of time to think my body and think the way that I move, what I could do in this situation. And was really good because it was a time when I started to develop the conscious body system.
Can you tell me more about the progress of developing the conscious body system?
The first thing I did was to find ways to move without pain. Find out ways to don't use the muscles that was causing pressure on my spine or tension and causing the pain. That's almost impossible because you need to move your spine for almost everything. But then I could find ways to move on the bed, like to go from laying down to sitting position and to go to the floor and walk slowly. And then after, I felt that that was not enough because that will give me a solution to move when I was already in pain. So I need to protect my body to don't get to this point. When I started to develop the technique, I didn't have a name. I was just creating patterns to move. The name came much later, the conscious body system.
When did you start to introduce conscious body system to your students?
When I started in Kassel, I was teaching for the company as well. I tried a few things there already with the people. And then after in Berlin, when I moved 2005, I was teaching in Marameu, Block 11, Fabrik. I was trying things, but it was much more personal things. It took me time to develop into a system that could improve the other bodies as well, not just my personal needs. And I think I got this point much later, like 2010. When I was living in China, I did Wing Chun. And then I had lots of ideas, how they use the muscles and mechanism of moving. And then it got much more organic, clear, and have a more range of possibilities.
The part of conscious body system are social games, partnering. Where does that come from?
My life situation with my family shaped it a lot, things that I'm doing right now. We're 12 brothers and sisters, my father, my mother, that used to live in a house that was not that big. It was always negotiation too. What you watch now on TV, where you sit, you have 8 seats on the table for 14 people. And you have a sofa that's 3 seats and 2 singles, so you have place for 5, and we're 14. It was always a matter of finding your own space and finding a compromise. Now it's my time to take a shower. It should give me a couple of minutes. Now it's my time to do my thing, to watch my TV. And then I found out how this need of space, of going through the gaps and keeping being myself and bringing my thing through is reflected now on my work.
If dancing wouldn't exist, what would you do?
I wish be able to sing. I have no talent for that. It's just a wish.